So Judge Mathis's wife, Linda, files for divorce after 39 years of marriage, despite recent PDA filled photo. Yeah, they recently took a photo lately, and he was all hugged up behind her. He looked so happy. Oh my God, he had no idea she was about to drop the bomb on him. You know, it's weird. Like my parents, I could never imagine my parents getting divorced if I was in my 30s or 40s. Like it wouldn't make any sense to me. Because I would say, if my mom went to me, let's say it was the case, and my mom said, "I'm divorcing your dad," and I was like, "Okay, so what are you gonna do?" Because I know my mom, and my mom was not a pushover. So any dude that was trying to pull anything on my mom, it wasn't gonna be pretty. And I know my dad, and my dad was a good dude, but my dad he annoyed my mom from time to time. And unfortunately, I think I picked up some of that gene. But he's a good dude. He just can be kind of, he could be a little rough sometimes. But in their case, in Judge Mathis's case, like if you look at the picture, I think they got married in 1985. And Coach Greg Adams, he was talking about this. And he was talking about how that Judge Mathis is the Sam Jackson looking Judge Mathis at the right. He had to really woo his wife because he's right. Like Adams is right. Like she was a really good looking chick. Like that is pure 1985 black woman look right there. And it's like, she's a good looking chick. She's like a brown, sugarous look with almost like a salt and pepper type thing. And he said, Judge Mathis being that guy because they met in college, he said he had to really work hard. So he probably had a mixtape and had stuff like Love You Down by Ready for the World, or Lady in My Life by Michael Jackson. Oh yeah, Freddie Jackson, You Are My Lady. Oh yeah. I can see that Judge Mathis saying, "You are my lady." Trying to get him to marry him. But he did. They got married. And this before anything. Like, he was just some dude going to law school, right? She knew he was going to be a lawyer, but you don't know how successful. And then we go to Linda and Judge Mathis to the right, and he got the goatee now. You don't have that big chin. You got the goatee, the cool glasses, man. Calling people crackheads on TV. Like, life was good. But then the show ended. They canceled the show because what happened was when Jay Springer kind of retired and he went to repeats, and the show was still successful, and I think that set a new precedent for syndication. It's like, oh, we can make money off old shows, and then that's what happened to Judge Judy. So Judge Judy's contract came up, and they just kept on repeating the same old episodes. And I think they was doing that same thing to Mathis. And then Mathis started a new show. I think it was with Byron Allen's production company. But I don't think Mathis is making the same money he did when he had his own show. So it seems like the money train has ended to a certain point, and his wife got out. Now that's what it looks like. But they were married for 39 years, so you don't want to say that. It makes you wonder, like, okay, so we don't know the intricacies of their marriage. Usually when things happen this way, when they're married for like over 30 years and there's a divorce, 9 times out of 10, that guy hooked up with somebody else, and then the wife filed, and then she gets a big payment, and he's off with the new bride, right? But I don't think that's the case. Like, I think Judge Mathis really loved his wife. And I can only imagine if I was in his position, I was with someone and I really loved, and she just hit me with divorce papers out of the blue. I don't know how I react to that. Because I'm feeling like, well, what just happened? But again, in all marriages, listen, I'm sure there's some things that annoyed her about Judge Mathis. He's a dude. Dude annoys women. That's what we do. But man, it can't be fixed. It can't be fixed. Like, I think she filed for irreconcilable differences. And on Crispin Cure's channel, Crispin Cure, I like her a lot, she was saying, like, irreconcilable differences should be wiped out. Like, that should be deleted. Because it doesn't say anything, right? It just says, like, I just want out. And it's like, what do you mean you want out? Like, what's the problem here? Did he cheat? Did he not cheat? Like, was he mentally abusive? Did you fall out of love with him? Were you abusive? Like, did you meet somebody else? Like, why are you leaving this marriage? It doesn't make any sense. I can't imagine what the kids are thinking. Like, they got grown kids, ain't even grandkids. What is that? If you're a person who's been divorced at an older age, because I think she's 61, he's 64, something like that. I can't remember. But if you had grandparents who got divorced, what was that like? And you're a grandkid. What was that like if you're a grandkid and your grandparents got divorced? Let me know how that was. I can't even imagine my grandparents when I was a little kid getting divorced. It's like, what are you talking about? They're old. Where are they going? It makes no sense. So the thing that they have to look out for the both of them, are people who want to get with them because they both going to have money. Like Judge Mathis is going to have to pay her alimony because they got together in '85. And there was no prenup in '85 because they had no idea to be millionaires, down the road. So Judge Mathis still will have his money, but he have to look out for women who's just going to get with him because he's Judge Mathis on TV and he's a millionaire, and he has to watch out for that. Or younger women who might want to hook up with him just to try to get a kid out of him, so they have like a kid for 18 years and he has to pay child support. Like he has. I think he got a good set of friends. He's friends with Magic Johnson and Cookie Johnson. So I don't think they'll probably look out for him if he tries to go out there dating. So I think they're gonna look out for Judge Mathis. But even your best friend, if you like somebody and you just like how they looked, and maybe he meets someone that looks like his ex-wife, and that's why he hooks up with her, but then she's not his ex-wife and she seems to be kind of treacherous. That's hard. So he has to. Dating in 1985 is totally different than in 2024. And hell, dating in 2024 is definitely different than dating in 2004. So it's treacherous. And then even from her side, right? She might say, I'm going to travel. I'm going to spend time with my girlfriends. Yeah, but how many times you going to travel? And even then, she has to worry about dudes that pops up who, knowing that she's the ex-wife of Judge Mathis and she might have got a nice alimony check. So she has to look out for guys who want to marry her just because, or just want to get with her just because she is Judge Mathis's ex-wife and she did get some alimony that was a nice, tidy sum. So for the both of them, they have to. I don't think either one of them realize how dating is changed a lot from the time they were dating. Because back when they were dating, you courted a woman, you met in high school, you met in college, you courted her. You met her parents. I'm sure he went to her dad, because most people, their parents were still married. He proposed on one knee. He went to her parents. He asked for, her father's, talked to her father about I want to marry your daughter. They had kids, now, they were supposed to have, they got the grandkids, and now they're supposed to live out their golden years. That's how it used to be, but people just get divorced left and right. So tell me what you think, man. So what do you think about, if you're Judge Mathis's parents, what would you tell them? Would you say, like, y'all need counseling, or we need to sit down and talk to y'all because this is ridiculous? Or if you saw something in the marriage and you kind of feel like, well, mom's kind of justified, right? Mom went through a lot, and, I understand why mom is getting divorced. Or how do you feel about dad? Right? Dad was happy as happy can be, and now he might be out there, man, trying to double date with Tay Diggs, trying to figure out how to date these women. Man, it's sad though. I hate seeing older people get divorced because they have no idea how bad it is out there in the dating market.